morning, students. How are you? Are you okay? Yes. Okay, today we shall begin our class with word of a day. Today's word of a day. Today's word is intercept. Intercept, it is a verb. It means to stop or to halt. To stop, to halt. Intercept. Intercept. The jet intercepted the progress of the flight. The progress got intercepted, to block or to halt. So the word is intercept. It is a verb. It is a verb. Take down this. Okay, yes. Now look at this sentence. Islamia College is situated in Wanniambadi. Islamia College has been accredited by NAC with A grade. Islamia College has got a very big library. Islamia College is a century-old institution. See, look at these sentences. Islamia College situated in Wanniambadi. Islamia College has been accredited by NAC with EA grade. Islamia College has got a very big library. Islamia College is a century-old institution. Yeah. What do you understand by these sentences? See, totally, I have written 1, 2, 3, 4 sentences I have written. Okay. Can you see anything, that is strange in all those sentences? Can you see any repetition? What? Yes. Here in the introductory sentence, I have started Islamia College. Okay. But again I have put Islamia College here, and again in this sentence also, okay, So here also Islamic College is there. Here also Islamic College is there. What is it seems very awkward construction, right? Very it looks very that is strange. So what can I do without putting Islamic College? Okay, in this first sentences, no any other option, right? Because this is an introductory sentence. Okay, that is I am mentioning about Islamic College. So why should I repeat the same? See, instead of writing Islamia College can be replaced with it. And here also the Islamia College can be replaced with it. Here also it can be replaced by it. Right? Okay. And look at this sentence. Ravi is absent because Ravi is not feeling well. Look at this sentence. Ravi is absent because Ravi is not feeling well. Here, Ravi, okay. Here, why should I repeat this? Now, what I would do, I take Ravi and put he. Now you read Ravi is absent because he is not feeling well. What is this? So here I am not repeating Islamic College. Instead of Islamic College, what I do, I put it. Okay. So likewise, the computer is not working. The computer is not working because the computer is very old. The computer is very old. See, here also I am repeating the computer. Simply I can say it. It is very old. You just keep in mind, Ravi can be replaced by he. Suppose if it is Rani, what would be the word here? She. Okay? Yes. Now I think you can understand that what we are going to discuss today. Yes? Okay. Now the underlined words, no Islamic College, replaced by it. Computer was also replaced by it. Ravi is replaced by he. Suppose if it is Rani, it may be replaced by she. What these words are called as pronoun. This is pronoun. This is the parts of speech that we are going to discuss today is pronoun. Try to understand the concept. Okay. Ram is absent because Ram attended a meeting. Ram is absent or Ram was absent. Okay. Ram was absent because Ram attended a meeting. I put he. Okay. That is, instead of noun, I am using a word he here. So pronoun means for a noun. For a noun. Or we can say instead of noun. A pronoun is a word which is replaced by a noun. So this is for a noun. He is for a noun. Instead of noun, I am using this. So pronoun. Pro means for. For a noun. Pronoun acts instead of noun. So that is, I need not to repeat. I need not to repeat the main noun again and again in a sentences. It doesn't seems to be, looks fair. So pronoun is a word which is used instead of noun. Okay, try to understand. So noun is a word which pronoun is a word which replaces by a noun. A word which use instead of noun. So the definition is, pronoun is a word which replaces noun. Pronoun is a word which used instead of noun is called as pronoun. So you simply remember, pronoun means for a noun. Pronoun means for a noun. Try to understand the concept because it has many types. Just for examination purpose only, you have to remember certain types. But the very concept of pronoun is, it acts on behalf of noun. Can you understand this? Yes. Okay. Now let us see. First person. First person. Singular. What is first person singular? I. What is first person plural? We. First person plural? We. Second person singular, you. And the second person plural, same you. Third person singular, he. Then another one, she. Then the another one, it. And the plural is they. See, try to memorize, even if you can memorize this. If you remember this table, though it is a very basic thing. You do one thing in a notebook, you draw a box. Write down this. Though it seems to be very simple, but it is not simple. Because majority of boys, what they do, they neglect it. See, these things, these are all the very trivial, simple things we can remember. No. Certain things you have to memorize it. First person singular, I. First person plural, we. Second person singular, you. And majority of them, they think that second person plural is your or yours. No. First person, that is singular I. First person plural, we. But the second person singular is also you, plural is also you. See, in our, that is a native language, in our mother tongue, we have different inflections. See, for example, in Tamil also, if you call second person ni, if you call plural ninga, okay, in Urdu also tu, aap. We have different words, but in English, second person for singular is also used, plural is also used. See, for example, if I ask one boy from you, okay, yes, how are you, Afshan? How are you, Tansir? If I ask all of you, all the boys, I would ask, how are you? It means that நீங்க எப்படி இருக்கிறீங்க? நீ எப்படி இருக்கிற? You. நீங்க you. For நீ also you, for நீங்க also you. See, remember one thing, sometimes it seems that for example, for what we do, we call நீ, sometimes out of respect we call people நீங்க. That is, it is a tone of respect. There is no tone of respect in English. Sometimes it's very embarrassing. See, suppose if you refer to that is a superior people, right? For peon also you have to use you. For president also you. But sometimes what we do to overcome the embarrassment, what we do, you president we call, okay? Or sometimes we call that is sir. But in English there is no, particularly for second person, if you address a peon, you have to call you. How are you? If you want to talk to a president, you must say, how are you? There is no separate, word for that. Or else you can add, how are you, president? So there is no, that is a tone of respect in English. So sometimes, I jovially, used to tell my boys, English la mariyadhe kediyadu. English theriyalana kuda mariyadhe kediyadu. Okay, whatever it is. Yes. So second person singular is also you, plural is also you, not your or yours. Don't be confused. And third person see, singular, he, she, it, singular, and the plural is they. And remember one thing, when you study tenses, this will very, very helpful to you. And particularly, you must be very, very careful when you use third person singular he, she, it. Because the presence of these words causes many changes in a sentences. Since I am not discussing tenses now, so when some other sir will, I think they will engage tenses, at that time they will tell you what it is. Because now our, that is the topic is pronoun. But remember that you just put some, that is some marks on that, the he, she, it, you must deal with these fellows very carefully. He, she, it. You come to know what it is. But try to remember this table. When I ask you in the classroom, you must tell me, please try to memorize it. First person singular is I, first person plural we, second person singular you, plural is also you, third person singular he, she, it, and plural is also they. Okay. So, remember one thing, that pronoun is a word which is used in a place of noun. Which is used in a place of noun. Take note this. Now we shall see. And some types are there. Types of pronouns. You just remember the name of a type, but the concept is, right, what I said, that is the concept. Okay, so the first one is personal pronoun. Personal pronoun what? That what we say, I, we, you, he, she, it, they, him, his, her, Likewise, you can keep on writing. These pronouns are called as personal pronoun, and you know the usage. I need not to tell you again. And you know, okay? You know the usage of these words, right? This is called as personal pronoun. And the second type is reflexive pronoun. Reflexive pronoun. For example, myself, himself, ourself, ourselves, themselves, themselves. These are all called as reflexive pronoun. That is a noun, a word which ends with self or selvs. That is the plural form. These types of words are called as reflexive pronouns. How you write this? For example, I study myself. I study myself. I hope you have enjoyed yourself. They go for a trekking. They go for a trekking themselves. So myself, yourself, and themselves, and whatever the word you use, these are all called as reflexive pronoun. Can you understand this? Try to remember the type and try to write your own sentences. Unless you write your own sentences, you cannot remember. Okay, but the type has nothing to do with your communication. It is merely, that you must know that these are all the types are there. And these usage you can know. These are all the personal pronouns. Okay. Yes. These are the second type. Since I have no space, then I have to wipe out a word. Then again I write. You just write blow to this. And the third type is emphatic pronoun. Emphatic pronoun. Same as reflexive pronoun. Myself, himself, and likewise. The same. Okay. Same as reflexive pronoun. The only difference is, what is this emphatic? Emphatic, which puts some emphasis, which puts some stress. Look at the example. I myself prepared. You can see some stress here. I myself, emphatic. That is the immediately after the subject, you can find a pronoun. I myself. Likewise, the politician himself distributed the gifts. The politician himself, that is, I am emphasizing it. I am putting some stress on it. So that type of nouns, that is pronouns, are called as emphatic pronouns. Simple difference. That is, reflexive pronoun and emphatic pronoun is almost similar. Understand it? Okay. This is the third type. Take note, please. And before I discuss that is fourth type, just I would like to tell you one thing. Since we have that is a few minutes to end this class, Then the rest of the that is types we shall discuss in our next session. And my suggestion to you is that in our previous sessions we discussed verb, but in that section verb we saw all the types and how to find out transitive and intransitive verb. Okay, and in that verb two another types, very important types are there. Okay, one is strong verb or regular verbs. Another one type is weak verbs, that is irregular verbs. Regular verbs, no problem, which ends in ed, which ends with ed. For example, work. The past tense is worked. Past participle is also worked. That is, see, present tense, past tense, past participle. See, regular verbs, play, no problem. The past tense very simple by adding ed, and the past participle is also ed. Okay. What about this? See, the past tense is saw and the past participle is seen. This is regular, this is irregular. For what I am telling you, I am introducing you this. If you have any standard English grammar book, there will be some 2 or 3 pages are allotted for irregular verbs. Regular verbs, no problem, but you must be very careful when using irregular verbs. If you don't know irregular verbs, you cannot write out correct sentences in English. So what you have to do is, if you have any grammar book, go through it, or you take Xerox and you staple with your English notebook. You must know all the irregular verbs. Okay, so this is the thing I would like to tell you. That is, for example, see, for run, ran, run, ran, run. These are all the irregular verbs. But for work, no problem. Worked, walk, walked, talked, studied. But because majority of boys, they do not know the difference between past participle and past tense. They think that both are same, but they are not. See, for example, read. What is the past tense? Read. But see the spellings. And the past participle also read. But the spelling is same. But how you have to pronounce? Read. Depend upon the context, you have to pronounce it. So become, became, become. Sleep, slept. Fly, flew, flown. Please download the table and keep it with you. It is very important. Okay. Bring, brought. Buy, bought. These are all the irregular verbs. Cut. Past tense is also cut. Past participle also cut. This is a strong verb. Put. Understand it? Buy, bought. Teach, taught. Think, thought. So you download it, you staple with it and try to use in your sentences, and you must know the difference between past tense and past participle. I tell you when I teach you where to use past participle. Okay, this is that is I wanted to tell you, but immediately that strikes my mind. Okay, so that is the 4 types of pronouns. We discussed what is pronoun, what are personal pronoun. Okay, what are the reflexive pronoun, what are the emphatic pronoun. So the rest of the pronouns we shall discuss in our next class. Thank you so much.